Hi, ARMY! Just 9 days before BTS's comeback, Taehyung uploaded a rehearsal video that looked completely ordinary at first. But in the middle of the members' laughter, a spontaneous moment between Taehyung and Jungkook happened, one that immediately sent fans into a frenzy. Many are even calling it one of their most iconic moments. Imagine a simple moment that suddenly makes thousands, even millions, of fans around the world smile at the same time. Taehyung had just shared a video on his personal Instagram, and although it looked like a typical rehearsal clip, it instantly caught fans' attention. In the recording, all the BTS members can be seen gathered in the practice room, trying out various new dance moves that will most likely become part of their highly anticipated comeback performance. The atmosphere in the rehearsal room feels lively and full of positive energy. There is none of the overwhelming tension people might imagine when thinking about preparations for a big comeback. Instead, the room is filled with laughter, light jokes, and relaxed expressions from the members. Even though they are clearly working hard to perfect complex choreography, they still enjoy every second of practicing together, as if the process itself is just as valuable as the performance on stage later. What makes this moment even more interesting is the fact that the release of their new album is very close. There are only 9 days left before it is released to the public. Yet instead of looking nervous or pressured, the members radiate incredible enthusiasm. Their energy in the practice room feels genuine, showing once again why BTS remains one of the most influential and beloved groups in the global K-pop industry. The BTS members are also seen wearing very casual and comfortable training clothes. There are no glamorous stage outfits or specially designed looks, just simple sportswear that allows them to move freely. But in that simplicity, something very warm becomes visible. They joke with one another, laugh freely, and continuously support their friends throughout the practice. Moments like these show just how strong the bond they have built over the years truly is. However, in the middle of the relaxed and cheerful atmosphere, one small moment suddenly caught the attention of many fans. In one part of the video, Jungkook can be seen casually walking toward Taehyung. Without warning, he suddenly touches Taehyung's armpit in a very spontaneous way. Taehyung's reaction comes instantly. He looks surprised for a second before bursting into laughter together with Jungkook. The brief moment may seem simple to some people. But for many fans who have followed BTS's journey for a long time, the spontaneous reaction feels meaningful. Small gestures like this show an extraordinary level of comfort between them. Only two people who are truly close and trust each other can behave so casually without feeling awkward. After that small incident, the two of them are seen standing very close to each other. There is even a moment when their heads slowly lean closer until their foreheads touch. For a few seconds, they appear to share a quiet conversation that only the two of them understand, even as the practice room remains filled with the voices of the other members. The moment their foreheads touch instantly becomes one of the most memorable parts of the video. For many ARMY, the scene feels iconic because it perfectly captures the closeness they have long noticed between Taehyung and Jungkook. Interestingly, even when the other BTS members walk closer or gather around them, Taehyung and Jungkook still seem to remain in their own little space. They laugh softly, speak in low voices, and seem to truly enjoy that brief moment together. While the other members continue joking around and keeping the practice atmosphere light, Taehyung appears deeply absorbed in the moment. His expression shows that he genuinely enjoys the interaction, as if the world around him fades softly into the background. For many fans, the image of the two standing so close with their foreheads touching carries a deeper meaning. Over the years, ARMY have watched the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook develop naturally in front of the public. Interestingly, This kind of warm behavior is nothing new for them. Since the early days of BTS, Taehyung and Jungkook have often shown moments of closeness that make many people smile. Whether at huge concerts, casual interviews, or behind-the-scenes videos, the two often seem to find each other without even realizing it, sometimes through a brief glance, sometimes through a small smile that appears for no clear reason. This recent rehearsal video reminds fans once again that their relationship has a unique depth. It is not simply an interaction between two members of a music group, but a bond formed through years of shared experiences and a journey they began together at a young age. As BTS's comeback approaches, every photo, video, or small glimpse of the members' lives becomes even more precious to fans, especially small moments like the one shown in Taehyung's video. Simple things such as the way they look at each other, the way they laugh together, or even how physically close they stand often become the details ARMY remember the most. For many fans who admire Taehyung, interactions like this feel very genuine. Nothing appears staged or specially planned for the camera. They simply act naturally, like two people who have spent years growing up together. The video Taehyung shared becomes yet another piece of evidence of the strong connection among the BTS members. Even the simplest moment can reveal the comfort and trust that have grown between them over time. When Taehyung and Jungkook look at each other, there is often something difficult to explain yet incredibly captivating in their gaze. Their eyes seem to sparkle, and the smiles that appear look completely natural. It is almost as if they understand what the other is feeling without needing to say many words. Small gestures like this make many people feel that their relationship carries a very special warmth. Even during simple conversations, the attention they show each other feels sincere. One moment that once caught fans' attention was when Jungkook casually asked Taehyung whether he snores at night while sleeping. Such a personal question made many people smile, because usually only very close friends ask something like that so casually. There was also another surprising moment when Taehyung directly asked Jungkook to kiss him in front of others. The bold request created an atmosphere that was both awkward and funny. At the time, Jungkook pretended not to understand what he meant. But the small smile on his face and the sparkle in his eyes suggested that he actually knew exactly what Taehyung was talking about. Taehyung looked at Jungkook with a hopeful expression, as if waiting for a specific reaction from him. The situation even prompted Jimin to remind them that they were doing a live broadcast and that everyone could see what was happening. That moment revealed something that often appears in their interactions. When Taehyung and Jungkook are together, they sometimes become so absorbed in their conversation that they nearly forget the environment around them. There was also a funny moment when Taehyung looked genuinely shocked after Jungkook said that he does not sing while showering. His reaction seemed so sincere, as if he had just discovered a new fact about someone he had known for years. This expression even reminded many fans of another moment when Jungkook admitted that he had not drunk alcohol for 2 months while preparing for the big concert in Busan. Both reactions looked spontaneous and honest. It shows that even though they have spent many years together, they continue discovering new things about each other. Small gestures like these make their relationship feel more real and human. Closeness is not only formed through big moments on stage, but also through simple everyday conversations. When Taehyung and Jungkook talk, they often appear genuinely focused on listening to each other. Taehyung sometimes leans slightly closer when Jungkook speaks, while Jungkook responds with a relaxed smile that appears almost automatically. This simple habit creates an atmosphere that feels very intimate, even when many people are around them. Over time, these small gestures gradually form the picture of a relationship built on deep trust. The way they joke, talk, and move together shows a comfort that has grown naturally over the years. Their body language often reflects that closeness as well. They frequently stand closer than they realize, or spontaneously touch each other's shoulders and arms while talking. When one of them makes a joke, the other almost always laughs immediately. Sometimes, just by looking at each other, they end up smiling at the exact same moment. Small synchronizations like this create a very unique sense of connection. That is what makes many people feel that their relationship is truly genuine. There are also moments when they suddenly begin moving along to the rhythm of the music in the practice room. Without planning it, they laugh together and enjoy the energetic atmosphere. When Jungkook starts moving with the beat of the song, Taehyung often responds with the same energy. Their laughter then breaks out almost at the same time, creating a cheerful mood that spreads to everyone in the room. Positive energy like this often transforms rehearsals into something lighter and more enjoyable. The trust between Taehyung and Jungkook can also be seen in very quiet moments. When one of them speaks, the other listens attentively. When one laughs, the other quickly shares the same happiness. This kind of wordless communication reflects a very stable relationship. Sometimes a single glance or a small smile is enough for them to understand what the other wants to say. All of this is the result of years of shared experiences, memories, and the long journey they have traveled together as members of BTS. It is as if all those small movements have become part of a shared habit that only they truly understand. And perhaps that is exactly why so many ARMY feel touched every time they see them together. Behind the bright lights, the packed schedules, and the intense rehearsals, there are still simple moments that reveal the sincere closeness between two people who have grown up side by side for many years. Relationships like this do not always need complicated words to be understood. Sometimes a single look, a small smile, or shared laughter is enough to show how strong their bond truly is. In the middle of BTS's comeback preparations, with only 9 days left, this small moment between Taehyung and Jungkook managed to capture the attention of many ARMY. From spontaneous jokes to the moment their foreheads touched, everything felt natural and warm, reminding us that behind BTS's grand stage, there is a friendship that has grown strong over the years. Thank you for watching on the Gallery Jungkook channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more interesting BTS stories. See you in the next video, ARMY. Disclaimer: this video is made for entertainment purposes and is based on fans' perspectives.